Peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light. Subscriber picks, my people. Craziness coming. Shout out Seven Queen. This is her pick right here. We're gonna zoom in on these crafts. You can see they're aerodynamic, pointed in the front, pointed, and let's just zoom in. Let's zoom in on the geometry of these structures. Look how beautiful that is. Look at the tail section. Then you see the top, the cockpit, and then the front. Okay, now let's zoom in and see if we could pick up anything inside. Okay, see strange face there, strange face there. I'm doing these right off the cuff, my people. I had no time to study them or really look over them. I just went for the most hard-hitting shots. But you can clearly see that's a face right there. That's a face right there. I'll hold it in tight. And I'm going to zoom out. And in perspective, we just zoomed in right here. And that's where the faces were. In this craft. This vessel. Let's zoom in on the back, on the tail section, so you can see the mechanics of it. Okay? Not a cloud, my people. It's a ship that's cloaked in what you believe are clouds. Okay? Hiding in plain sight. I mean, how can water vapor, just understand that, create these dark patterns in the sky that light can't penetrate? So understand, that's something solid. That's all it is. It's just a solid object. We'll zoom in. And you can see the mechanics of it. Should it have these type of geometry in the back and structure? You see it. It's oval shaped. And how do we have a cloud that has a extreme point on the front? Okay. And now let's zoom into these other massive ships. Shout out Seven Queen for knowledge. She always has incredible pictures. This looks like the Lear jet. I mean, come on. Clearly a disc, just hiding in plain sight. Now let's zoom in on the extreme edges and see what we can pick up. Always entities and beings, as you clearly can see. I'll zoom in on that face right there. Face right there. Face right there. You see the eyes, the crazy looking ears pointed up. This is the side profile, big nose, eye, mouth. Yeah. Just a sea of life up there. As above, so below. There's a lot going on up there, my people. And look at these beautiful colors that are shining through. And then if we zoom in on the extreme edge, you will always see entities, beings, depending on the resolution of your camera. You can clearly see that's a giant face right there of a being. Nose, two eyes, mouth, horns. I'll zoom in tight on that. And all other types of faces that come through. Physical beings up there, my people. First time looking at these pictures in detail, so we're doing it together. Entity, arms, head. Okay. Yeah, this is craziness, my people. Look at all the activity that's going on up there. I mean, you're clearly seeing eye shine. Moving on. Okay. Shout out Bob Kazi. This is filmed in a negative of a UFO craft that he filmed above him. So this is the underbelly of the ship. I'm going to see if I have a better pic of that. Here we go. This is the original picture. Now he's under it, filming it up, and you see the craft. Here are the power lines or wires that run through every major city, town. And this is the ship. You can see the texture, the detail. You can see it's really organic. I mean, that's just take a look at that, my people. I hope those colors translate through. Shout out Bob Kazi. Look at the texture in it. Could you imagine something at night like that flying over you, silent, and you take a picture of it and this is what you see? Now I'm gonna pull it out in the negative again. The other picture he sent. Here it is. All this is attached. That's the underbelly of the craft. So let's imagine yourself staring up, looking at it. This is what the bottom looks like. And I showed craft that have these shapes and these crazy looking colors in previous videos. Okay. This is another one of Bob's pics, Bob Kazi. He sends the drone out and he films. And look at the type of entities that the drone is picking up. You see that? Now that's the true face of some of these entities that are here. But the camera picks up these entities. Just take a look at them. I'll zoom in. Okay? Like, this is some high level weirdness right here, my people. These people are not human, but they're walking amongst us like they live. Look at that face. Look at that face. A lot of people don't believe in the supernatural because for some reason, maybe they just can't experience it. They can't feel it. They shut it out of their mind. Like, that can't be real. That's not real. Like, this is real. Everything I show on my channel is real. Okay? It's not made up. It's not me taking shapes out the sky. It's using high-level intelligence, common sense, and logic. And understanding what was taught in school doesn't translate to what you physically see. So you just can't ride with it. You have to do the calculation in your mind and say, well, they taught us this way, but that's not what I'm seeing, or that's not what I'm experiencing. You know, you just can't be in a brain fog your whole life or in a state of ignorance, you know, meaning unlearned, unschooled, untaught. You know, that's all it is. Blissful ignorance. I mean, you clearly can see these creatures. All over. And this is from his drone. And you still can see the entities. Look at this one right here. I mean, what the fuck is this? I mean, like, just look at that. How does a person walking on a beach and a drone picks up this face and has an entity next to it that looks like the goddamn gesture? I'm telling you, these demons are all around. You could believe it or not. I'm not here to make you believe anything. I'm just here to show and prove. It's up to you after that. It's not my business after that, because you will be asked. Did someone show you? Were you aware? You can't lie. They know your mind. Peace, love, and light. All right, now this pic right here, I want to show y'all something, my people. This pic is from Queen Darlene, right? Subscriber pics and breakdowns, you already know. Now, people see these all the time and say, oh, that's just ice crystals in the sky and a reflection or refraction of light. And It's atmospheric disturbance. So you get these strange colors. The ice is illuminated from the sun. I mean, like, you see how easy it was to cast a spell on you? And if you believe that, you're spellbound. I mean, you could use your common sense to say, come on, ice crystals? I don't think so. Why is it aerodynamically shaped and pointed in the front? Okay? Why does it seem to have a straight line intersecting or going through it? Why is it dome shaped at the top? So when we zoom in, come on, you clearly can see like that's a craft. That's a craft. The only thing is it's refracting visible light. And it's breaking its cloak. It's not fully cloaked. And look at this, my people. How do you have this type of rigid edge in the back? Like, come on. Look at that. That looked like the back of an alligator or a crocodile. Eye, snout, top snout, bottom snout. It's a ship. But I'm going to say it before. A lot of these ships, I said it, are shaped like nature. Fish, whales, sharks, octopus, manta rays. Yeah, shout out Queen Darlene. This picture is fire. Look at this vessel, just plain sight. Okay? I mean, come on. Look at the point in the front to show you that it moves through air. Anything that moves through this air has to have a point on the front. Okay? Or it has to be that type of dimension in the front. It can't be square, it can't be rectangle. It has to have that pyramid, that point. Yeah. See it for yourself, my people. I'm going in. Then we got, of course, people call these chemtrail planes, but they don't understand. This is an entire entity that flies through the sky and releases this type of mist. So these craft can cloak themselves. Okay? I mean, if you look right here, you say, oh, that's just chemtrails. The ignorant person would say, that's just clouds. But no, these are ships that are cloaked up. Okay? All right here. I'm going to hold that in tight. You can see the darkness in them. You can see circular shape there. Disc, vector shape, pyramid. Okay, and I'm going to hold that in. Shout out Queen Darlene. This picture is crazy. And then, like I told you, all shaped like nature. Fish. Look at that. Looks like some type of creature. Eye. Yeah. But this right here, whew, these two. Wow. Peace, love, and light. Moving on. Shout out my man Jermaine Atkins. This picture is crazy, my people. Like, just take it in. Okay? Then I'm gonna zoom in to the moon. Look at the illumination that's coming off of that. I mean, look how and why how can you have a cloud in this formation that's perfectly touching the bottom? I'm not gonna say touching. It's a little distance. It's hard to translate through the camera, but it's right under the moon, and you can see it's reflecting light onto a cloud. It's supposed to shine through, right? It's just water vapor. Okay, let's hold that in. You see that, folks? And look at the ship that's right next to it. That's blocking out the light. How can water vapor block out the light? That's a solid object that's transversing through our sky. And when it crosses past with the nighttime light, the moon, it'll block it out. Point blank, period. End of story. Yo, let's look at that. Shout out Jermaine Atkins. This pic is crazy, bro. And look at the illumination on the top of this so-called cloud. I mean, you got to be kidding me. I mean, I clearly can see what this is without even zooming in. This is some type of egg-shaped vessel or craft. I mean, it's pointed right here. And let me zoom in on the texture and the detail that's in it. Okay, here we go. This is when third eye kicks in. You see all the look like grooves and patterns in it. It almost looks like hieroglyphics. I see a band or line going through it this way. Okay, and you can clearly see it has like a little point at the top. Let me just get the top part in really, really clear so you can see the dimension in it. And then when I zoom in really tight, you can see the patterns. See? This is not pixelation. This is nowhere else in the picture. Okay, we're beyond, oh, that's just pixelation. No. No, this is texture, tone, detail. I mean, you clearly can see it. Some might even say that's a giant face, a giant head with eyeball, and crazy looking mouth. I'll zoom in. Seeing is believing. Check yourself. Okay? Don't check me. I'm showing you in real time. Okay? Peace, love, and light. Shout out Jermaine Atkins. Moving on. Let's see. Okay, right here, we got Queen Beverly Mays. Let's zoom in on the entities that she sent me. Look at this, my people. I'm trying to really get this to translate. The sun is just like shining through the window right now. It won't let me get it in really clear, but I'm going to do the best I can. Let's zoom in a little tighter. And you can see. Okay? These are kind of like the orbs that are flying around in some of the videos I have. By the way, I got 2 new orb videos. Same bedroom. Camera phone and a TV on. That's it. I mean, you can clearly see. I'll zoom in on this creature right here with the horns. Okay? You see him? Horns on his head, eyes, nose, side of his face. Can't make it up, my people. I'm trying to stop that reflection from coming in from the window, but it's very, very hard. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's a lot of hate. That's the face right there. Now let me block the light coming in. Yeah, that's beautiful right there. See that for yourself, my people. This is crazy. Faces all through this thing. Remember, this is my first time going through these. I looked at them and I said, "Oh, let me grab that one. Let me grab that one," and that's the original pic. And you still can see the 2 entities. Let me zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom, and you see the being right there. 1 eye, 2 eye, horns or ears. Here's his head, body, nose, more beings, faces coming through. Yeah, it's craziness, my people. Peace, love, and light. Subscriber pics. You know, this is what I do. Like I said, I got a orb video coming up. It's going to be crazy. Shout out 7 Queen. I had to get this one in. This one is ridiculous. Look at this, my people. This is the original picture. Understand, when you see this type of formation in the sky, these aren't clouds. These are massive ships that fly above your head. Okay? Now, I'm going to zoom in on some of the construction, some of the dimensions and geometry that basic cloud formations just can't have. And that's just like common sense. And I know it's not common, but understand that certain things just can't exist in the sky that look like rectangles, triangles, squares, circles, ovals, things with points on the front, and things that have wings. Like, we know what wings look like on airplanes and stuff. Like, I mean, come on. Like, what is this? How do you have this cylindrical object with a circle on the bottom? And it looks like it's attached to something. Okay? How do we have these type of edges with faces in them? Understand that, my people. This looks like stone. See it for yourself. Let me zoom out. Look at this. You can't have cloud formations that's making perfect pyramids like this. This is clearly a craft. Let me zoom in on it. It's very nice. I'm trying to get it to translate through, my people. Very bright light coming through the window. You see the vector shape. Gold. Machine. And then what type of face is this? Looks like a dragon to me. You see the ridges and points on the skull. You know? Seeing is believing, though. I can't make you believe anything. I'm going to show you something. If you don't believe it with your eyes, that's your problem, not mine. Understand that. I don't waste my time pulling out poodles in the sky. I don't do that. Okay? I'm here to show you that these things are giant vessels. That's right above your head. If it was a snake, it would have bit you. Look at this. Yeah. Massive structure and design. You can't tell me this doesn't look like a cloaked fighter jet. I mean, looks like Wonder Woman's invisible airplane. I mean, look at the point on the front. I'll zoom out more to show you. That's an extreme point. That's not a fluke. Come on, you can see the side wings, the back wing, the cockpit, and the points at front. Zoom in on it for you. Okay? Explain this. Explain all those faces, entities, and people. I'll zoom in tighter. You see him? This guy looks like he's looking right at us. Yeah. Unbelievable. This picture is craziness, my people. Trying to get the best view. Look at the structure and detail and design. Not from here. Okay? Yeah, shout out Seven Queen. Seven Queen be having some crazy pictures. We're going to end it out with this. Shout out Bob Kazi for sending in this weird stuff from his drone. Showing these demons in plain sight out here. Yeah, they look like regular folks, look. But they're not. Look at this boy in the back chilling with his true face. Okay? Seeing is believing. Peace.